What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's how I do this song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all of this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitch was going to, I thought Lil Murder was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitch was probably fucking in prison. Girl. Oh, Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. What he had on looked like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yana Van Zant's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see. Can I see? Hit me up in my DMs, and I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Hey, y'all. Hey. What's going on, y'all? What is up? I'm just having a random live. Let me pour me up a little drinky drink. And we pre-gaming for Really Be TV. Hey, Lex Max. Hey, Geechee Girl. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Jason. Hey, everybody. Tanya, Jason, Tracy. Hey, everybody. Hey, Diamond Pearl Gem. Hey, sis. What's good, Abby? Hey, Volvo. Hey, Cookie. I don't know what happened to that first live, Volvo. I have no idea. Hey, little baby. Do not ask me what happened. I pressed the button. Hey, CB Corvette. Listen, I pressed the button to go live, and then I pressed it again by mistake, and it ended the live. And it was like, bitch, you fucked up. Yeah, you done fucked up now, bitch. So, yeah, that's what happened. So I had to go and delete that one and make a new one. Girl. Anyway, pour me some a good drinky drink. See how this work out. I got this new. I've been drinking this shit all day. So I went to Publix and got me some. They got this new tropical flavored lemonade. Listen, it's so good. So that's what I'm drinking on, y'all, with my gin and lemonade. That's what we drinking on. And what kind of gin? I'm at the bottom of my Empress 1908, the violet gin. So I'm at the end of that. Snacks for today. Just some, generic Publix gummy bears. see what this about. What's going on, y'all? What the hell is going on? The tropical been there for a minute. That I ain't never seen it. I promise you, I ain't seen it up here. Little baby, I have not seen her. You ain't put me on. See, I be putting you on this shit, little baby. You ain't even tell me about that. I ain't never seen her. Ah. I drive into the city to get some croutons from Texas Roadhouse. That's all I needed for my. Oh, okay. I need a public without this out. We all silly. It don't make me sin. At least not that much. Skittles and iced tea, CA. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Top people sending me all kind of shit right now. Anyway, so what's going on, people? What is going on? Chow, chow. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I'm just gonna look at the blogs, see what the people are talking about, and go from there. Those gummy bears are real good. Mm. So Brett Favre is a criminal, but he's been doing bad things for a while. Hell, cheddar and caramel popcorn. Is that the smart popcorn? I know which ones you're talking about. I think it's a blue bag. It's good, but the problem is with popcorn, the husk that get caught in the back of my throat. And that ain't the right thing I want caught in the back of my throat. There's some things I might want caught in the back of my throat. Husk from popcorn damn near choking me to damn death ain't one of them. I'm just saying. Sure. Oh, that's good. Hmm. Plugging in from the beach, hoping the end doesn't tear up Orlando. What beach you at? Child, hope ain't no beach in Florida, honey. All the beaches looking toe down right now. I just called back home to Miami. They say, baby, it's looking bad down in Miami. They say, child, it's just torrential downpour all day. And shout out to all my family and friends in Florida. Y'all pray for my Florida folks that's down there right now. I'm not there right now. I was just home in Miami, but I'm not there right now. But I'm praying for them. Child. Aruba. You in Aruba. Ooh. Well, Diamond Pearl Jim, by the time it gets to Orlando, it's gonna be the winds will have died down some. Um, and it'll be much more of a rain event. They still will have some winds by the time it gets to Orlando, because it looks like it's just gonna travel either right up the I-4 corridor or just south of the I-4 corridor and go like just cut across the state and probably go up there toward St. Augustine, Jacksonville area, Cape Canaveral area, that area right there, or as they call it, the First Coast, and going on off to the Atlantic that way. Mm-hmm. Cha. But yes, Dee Dee, Brett Favre is a remember Brett Favre was sent. Remember he sent those text messages of his meat, his little 2-inch meat to that lady who said, "I don't want no parts of you." I'm just saying. Oh, you in Melbourne, Florida. You in Brevard County. Okay. See, well, y'all gonna get a little bit of Brevard County, but Melbourne is kind of toward the southern part. You know, Brevard County. I hate driving I-95. I don't know why I'm even talking about this, but I hate driving up I-95 because when you get to Brevard County, it's just like so long. It takes like literally like an hour and a half to drive all the way through Brevard County. That's how long that county is. Like when I'm going from Miami to Jacksonville, that 4.5 hour ride, an hour and a half of that is just Brevard County by itself. Just a mess. Because you start off like Palm Bay in the southern part, then you get to Melbourne. then you start to get the, what is that? Cocoa and Merritt Island and all of those other areas up there. Yeah. Hmm. See what y'all talking about. My hard-headed cousin is in Miami, and she says she is staying in the city. She said, wait, if she say she's staying in the city, she's staying in Liberty City. Because when you from Miami and you say you in the city, you in Liberty City. You know what I'm saying? That's the city. Space Coast, yeah, Space Coast is Melbourne, Cape Canaveral. Yeah, that's Brevard County. Before you get to what is that? Volusia County with Daytona and Ormond Beach and up. Don't get me started. Y'all see, I'm a Florida boy. I know my Florida. I know my Florida topography. Okay. Brett Favre always seemed suspect, never cared. He has always been suspect. He ain't shit. He ain't never been shit. Peaceful peen picks because you can't get rowdy with two. Yeah, you can't get rowdy with 2 inches of meat. Child. My sister lives in Tampa and she left this morning to stay with family in Mississippi. Yeah. Most of the people who I talk to in Tampa, they say they're just gonna ride it out. Most of the people I know, they're not like right on Tampa Bay. The water itself, they're in Tampa proper, and they feel pretty safe. Um, and if it does, like they say, goes a little south, so you talking Sarasota, Bradenton, Brandon area, and stuff like that. They'll get the north end. They'll still get some wind, but and they'll still get storm surge, but it wouldn't be as catastrophic as maybe it would have been had they got a direct impact. What I'm really concerned about is those people at Fort Myers, Arcadia, Naples. My brother, matter of fact, I need to call my brother because I know he's in that area, in Fort Myers, and see if him and his wife and my niece and nephew are okay, because they're in that area where they need to be bracing themselves. And I need to see. But when I talked to him last, he was talking about just driving across Alligator Alley and going and staying with my sister and them and back home in Miami. But I got to call him and see what they decided to do because I ain't talked to him today. That was last night. Anyway, a hurricane update. But yeah, that area, because that area floods, and they remember that Hurricane Charlie kind of went through that area and messed them up, and now they're gonna have another one. Oh, Liberty City. Oh, I didn't know he said. But yes, that was years ago. That was a whole big scandal. Hey, Ashton, baby, he sent them little meat pictures to her. Hey, Fran J. Boo. Brett looks like he said the N word. He does. You know he from Mississippi. You know he from Mississippi. Hey, Ashton Boo. Why hasn't Brett Favre been arrested for what? For the same reason your former president hasn't been arrested for all his foolishness. 2 inches is disrespectful to be said to anyone. Yeah, that would I. You're right. That is emotional distress. The grape soda district. Oh, child. But 2 inches is enough to cause emotional distress. You send me a peen pick with 2 inches. That is very likely to cause me emotional distress. Programming note. Um, Really B is hosting whether you like it or not panel. I am slated to be a special guest on there tonight. So y'all know I'm pretty sure she'll be having a tribe meeting sometime this afternoon. But um sometime this evening when I get off around 6:30. But she's gonna be hosting the whether you like it or not panel on her channel, and I will be guest hosting. Shakira apparently is facing up to 8 years in prison for tax fraud. That's unfortunate, Shakira. I mean, the most I know about Shakira is from her like first really big song. My favorite line was, "Lucky that my breasts are small and humble, so you don't confuse them with mountains." Don't ask me why I know that random line. Uh huh. Don't ask me why I know that random line from that one song. Whenever, wherever we're meant to be together, I'll be there and you'll be here. And that's you, my dear child. Hey, Anton Boo, where you been hiding? I ain't seen you in a minute. I have not seen you in a minute. Been hiding from me. Where you been at? Child. If every man had their dick size in their hand, on their hand, the world would be a. You mean like when you say hi to somebody, it would say 6, 8, 7.5, or something like that? That would be that would be funny. That would be funny. I ain't see you in a minute, Anton. Y'all put some shondos in the chat for Anton, cause I ain't see my boy in a minute. Her hips don't lie, but I guess her tax. I guess her tax man. You know what? I mean, to me, I don't know why I found that one line so funny when she said, "Lucky that my breasts are small and humble, so you don't confuse them with mountains." I just be picking random lines from songs that I find funny. Child, I'm just saying, child, these bushes, child. But for real, this school year has kicked my ass. I've been working. Oh, they gave you a different grade. Oh. Ooh, child. Don't let them work you too hard, Anton. Do not let them work you too hard. Hey, LaDonna Boo. Hey, Boo Boo. Boo Boo. What's going on? Y'all didn't put no shondos in the chat for Anton coming back through. We miss him around these parts. So, yes, child. She allegedly, this is according to Hot News Hip Hop, Shakira could receive up to 8 years in prison for a $13.9 million tax evasion case, which alleges she didn't pay taxes from 2012 to 2014. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, oh, wow. Well, I'm sure they'll work it out. Um, a representative for the singer denied her client of any wrongdoing in a statement in July. Quote, Shakira has always cooperated and abided by the law, demonstrating impeccable conduct as an individual and a taxpayer, and faithfully following the counsel of Price Waterhouse Coopers, a prestigious and globally recognized tax firm, one of her representatives said. The statement goes on to say, quote, unfortunately, the Spanish tax office, which loses one out of every two lawsuits with its taxpayers, continues to violate her rights and pursue yet another baseless case. Shakira is confident that her innocence will be proven by the end of the judicial process. Baby, I don't have nothing to do with that. Would y'all say she ain't got a sex tape yet, child? I don't want to see it. There's no parts of her sex tape that I would want to see. I'm just saying. Why would I want to see her sex tape? But Jason, that's your lane. That is your world, baby. Jason, if the sex tape comes out, I will let you know and I will post it in the mod chat for you. Okay, I got you, Jason. You know I'm a connoisseur of all things celebrity nudes and celebrity sex tapes. If it comes across my desk, Jason, I got you, bruh. I'm gonna post it right there in the mod chat. I ain't got no use for it, so I might as well, you know, give it to somebody who'll make use of it because I ain't got no use of it. P Valley has been renewed. It's been all over the place. It's been renewed for 2 more seasons. Um, with the end of this past, it was a great season, but with the season finale, they owe us some things, and it's a whole lot of things that they need to flush out. We don't know nothing about Montavious, whatever the man's name was, and everything that he got going on. We need that backstory. We need to see what's gonna happen with Roulette and her harem that she is put together. We still got to see whether or not this was a dream or if it was reality between between Lil Murder and Uncle Clifford. It's a lot to flush out. I'm sure that the fact that old girl stole from them is gonna be a problem, and so now they back to Uncle Clifford is back to being poor and broke again, and now that he can't use the pink for leverage because they just gonna build a casino around the pink. Child. Some storylines are starting to jump the shark. Child. I do think Autumn's storyline is very important. I hope that the writers are crafty enough um, to write well, even without her being. I would hate for it to be like Queen Sugar is this season without Charlie, because Queen Sugar is damn near unwatchable. I'm only watching it because it's the final season, but this shit is damn near unwatchable. I'm not looking forward. Like, it's really going to be a chore for me to watch this tonight because I know we have the panel tomorrow with me really be and Ebby. But y'all, that shit is unwatchable. I'm just saying. She about to be on OnlyFans bent over screwing whenever. You know what? She gonna be on OnlyFans throwing it back. We're meant to be together out there and you'll be here. I'll throw it back. I'm not doing this with you, Tracy. I'm not doing this with you. Dear God above. Ah, Lord. I'm not doing this with Tracy. I need answers and more closure because I'm still torn about it. I think we all are still torn about Big T. Quite as is kept, I'm still freaking traumatized from episode 6 of Dahmer. With I did what I found out is that the actor who played the Tony character on episode 6 of the miniseries with Dahmer is actually deaf in real life. So shout out to him and kudos to him. He's an actor, but he's deaf actually in real life. And I'm glad that they utilize an actual deaf character to play the role of I believe his name is Tony Hughes. Tony Hughes. So he was a little bit he was bigger and stockier than Tony Hughes because Tony Hughes was smaller and skinnier. Um, but it didn't diminish listen, it didn't diminish any part. Listen, I needed a whole day and a half before I could even continue on after that episode. I'm just saying. Do you think they held out to get more money from stars now that Power is gone? Is Power officially gone? So they're not going to renew all of these book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27, 32, or whatever. Because I heard the one that they were supposed to do with Lorenz Tate, they're not doing no more. I don't know how true that is, but I hope they're not. I heard they're not doing that no more, that season no more, which I'm very upset about because I really wanted that season. What I did not want is the season with Tommy. I didn't even watch that. I don't even watch any of the. I tried to watch a book. I watched book 2, season 1. The shit was so stupid and far fetched. I ain't even make it to season 2. With book 3, Raising Canaan, I really didn't even care about Canaan. And that was around the time I stopped watching after the whole thing when Michael K. Williams died and 50 Cent went on his little tirade trying to castigate this man who had just passed away. I was done with 50 Cent, and I promised myself I would never support anything else with 50 Cent on there. So I never watched anything else with Power after that. So I don't have nothing to do with Power. 50 Cent is just one of the most deplorable human beings walking the face of the planet. I have no parts of it. Send him back with Jane Goodall and the rest of his family members of the Simeon race. Okay, I have no parts of 50 Cent. Wait, you say you don't watch nothing till the series is over? I don't know. I need to watch stuff in real time. I don't like people to ruin stuff for me. And if I watch stuff when the series is over, then people be done ruined everything for me, and I already know what's gonna happen. Child Anton, they on the final season, and magically this season Charlie ain't there, and it don't even make sense. Like Charlie was an integral part to all of the like. To me, the best season was the best season of Queen Sugar was the season where the book came out, when Nova came out with the book. That was the best season. That was the season right before COVID. And that was the season where at the end of the season we got that standoff between, and we thought we was gonna have the next season with Parker and Charlie going at it. And then COVID came, and Amira Van got pregnant, and even when COVID came back, Amira Vaughn couldn't do because she was pregnant, and so in the COVID, see, it was just it after that it was just stupid. OnlyFans pays like it way per black child. Remember, Autumn is pregnant, and so she'll be back. No, Anton, I don't think she's coming back. I think she said she wasn't coming back. The actual actress said she was not coming back. So unless they recast her character, I don't think she's coming back because the actress said that she wasn't returning. So I'm not even watching Queen Sugar. Damn sure ain't watching no child. I had to press pause on this child. House of Dragons this week when Black Chick offed herself. Yeah, I was kind of done. Baby, that baby wouldn't come out, and if you ain't watch House of Dragons by now, then that's your fault, not mine. Don't get mad at me, spoilers. But anyway, Mama was trying to push that baby out. That baby wasn't gonna come, and they asked that young man, "Well, do you want us to cut it out?" And he was like, "Is she gonna live?" And they were like, "No." And he was like, "I don't think that I want that. I do want my wife." And baby, when she overheard all of that and knew she wasn't going, she was like, I'm going out like a G. Like I told y'all, I want to go out like a dragon rider. Bitch, she went in front of that dragon, Dracarys, bitch. The dragon was like, you could tell the dragon in this mouth was like, no, no. The dragon was like, I ain't doing shit. Fuck you and your Dracarys. Bitch, I ain't gonna burn you to death. You my girl, I love you. She said, Dracarys, no, bitch, I am not putting fire on you, bitch. Fuck you. You my girl, I love you. No, no. The dragon, you could see the dragon like fighting with itself. The dragon was like, no, no, no. And she was like, bitch, I said Dracarys. The dragon was like, bitch, I said no. Bitch, I ain't gonna tell you again. I said Dracarys. Dragon said, girl, I guess, honey, girl, you just gonna hurt my heart, honey. You just gonna hurt my heart like this, girl. No. And Dragon said, well, girl, I guess. And that was it for her, honey. Child, child. I'm not reviewing it. Anti. Everybody wants me to review it. I will say, Dahmer is the type of show that I could review. That's in my wheelhouse. But my problem with that one is it's easier for me to review something that comes out weekly. When they put everything out at one time, it's hard for me to review those shows because with shows that come out all of the episodes at one time, you have to really hit it. Like the the most you can drag it out is one episode a day because people have seen the whole series, so they're waiting for your review. And so with Netflix shows, they become very difficult to review because you really, really have to, be on it. And it's easier for me to do shows that do weekly episodes because I can do that. It gives me some time because my life right now is so busy. It doesn't belong to me. So yeah, yeah. And I don't want to review it honestly. And that this is just me. I do think there's more glory. I'm not going to say total glorification of Jeffrey Dahmer, but I could see a lot of white people and a lot of young people sympathizing with him and trying to make him this martyr or whatever you want to call him. He was a fucking monster. Let's just be clear. He was unapologetic. He was unremorseful. He was very matter of fact about what he did. And the one thing that I hated that he never just came out and just really told, well, I should say never. He may have told someone, and white people just because you see over and over and over that white people just did not want to believe that this blonde haired, typical all American white boy was this fucking monster. John Wayne, John Wayne Gacy was a fat fuck that generally was not up easy on the eyes, was this obnoxious asshole that nobody wanted any parts of. But Jeffrey Dahmer was he was a looker. But if you go back to the actual character, not Evan Peters, Evan Peters wasn't bad, but Jeffrey Dahmer was not in terms of white boy, was not a he was an attractive white boy. He was blonde haired, he was mild mannered, he was soft, he was well spoken, and things like that. So that fits into the stereotype of what white people want to believe about their white supremacy. And no, I want to believe this, cookie cutter white boy, all American white boy, and who was out here preying on black gay men. But like he was preying on black gay men. So yeah, I don't want to glorify that. And I'm not saying by me doing reviews. Watched it. I ain't watching it again. Um, it did. I did like how they did focus attention on the victims, focused attention on Miss Cleveland, Glenda Cleveland. Um, but I could see a newfound um, fandom for Jeffrey Dahmer by Generation Zers or young people who had not been familiar with the story from back in the 90s and now want to look at him like he's just a martyr or something. The bitch ain't shit. And he got absolutely what he deserved. He got killed in jail. Shout out to the guy who fucked his ass up because he deserved exactly what he got. Listen, I was done after episode six. Listen, that took me out. Episode six took me all the way out. I was in the bed in the fetal position, boohoo crying for like a good 30 minutes after that episode. I'm telling you, it was a good 30 minutes. I was laid in the bed in the fetal position, boohoo crying. from episode 6. I'm telling you. Wait, Puff Daddy is banging 50 Cent baby mama all over his like child. Child. 50 and now if you want me to believe that Puff Daddy is getting pegged by 50 Cent's baby mama all over his plane, then I might can believe that. But if you want me to believe that Puff Daddy is sticking his meat and plowing and plunging her womb and digging off in her guts, beating in her box, Diddy ain't beating in her box, doing nothing. I maintain, I, I would venture to, I would maintain that P Diddy had enough money. All his babies were conceived by IVF. He went to the little doctor's office, looked at some gay porn, skewed it in the little cup that they gave him, and then they went and inserted it into his wife. Because if you want me to believe that he's over there plunging people's wombs, beating in people's boxes, I don't buy no parts of it. Mm-mm. I believe Farnsworth Bentley, as femme as he is, was plowing P. Diddy, was blowing his back out. We was what bad bitch windmill? Wait, what windmill I missed? I don't even know what y'all talking about. You can't miss TV anymore. It's forever. You don't water cooler talk though. Child. 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 Rachel Dolezal got her. It don't matter if you're a black or white ass. Wait, Rachel Dolezal is on OnlyFans. Ain't she like 89 years old? She ain't that young. Baby, we don't want to see you. Baby, we don't Patty Mayonnaise. Patty Mayonnaise. That's what we gonna call her. Patty Mayonnaise, we don't want to see you. I promise you, Patty Mayonnaise. Nobody wants to see Patty Mayonnaise. Nobody. Not even Doug Funny. Um, the dragon didn't want to do it. It didn't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. She ain't taking it. He taking it. I'm telling y'all. She pegging him. Y'all think I'm making that up. Okay. I just understand some of the pathology. I believe he was born like that, but his background nurtured him further. I definitely think that mom on all those pills is the reason that his mind psychologically was wired that way. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Niecy Nash did play that part. But you know what's gonna happen. Evan Peters gonna get like 8,000 awards. Niecy Nash probably ain't gonna get nothing. I'm telling you how this gonna go. Don't you can go ahead and be mad now. Go ahead and get mad now because I'm telling you how that's gonna go. She will wear a strap on and so he. I'm not doing this with you. Mm-mm. I'm not doing this with you, Tracy. Nope. Nope. It is. If that listen, if that were my family member if, that died from that, I would be livid because I'm sure during that time period. I mean, think about. what that family went through 30 years ago when this actually happened. And now you're going and making a movie about it, and these people have to literally not only, I'm sure they're probably not watching it, but having all of the world, I'm not going to say all the world, but every time you go on social media, people are talking about your loved one and how they died and how they were victimized and then so forth, how they were, just butchered and eaten and slaughtered by the hands of this man. It is traumatizing. Hell yeah, I'll be mad as fuck. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. Yes, please get some food, Tracy. Please. Wait, what Lunell? Not Lunell, the comedian. I know you fucking lying, it's Marty. I ain't doing this with you, Marty. I ain't doing this. Because if you tell me you talk about Lunell, the comedian, I ain't doing this with you. Mm-mm. 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 I figured they would be upset about it, especially since none of them were contacted about it. Right. Listen, if you using my image and likeness and my name and so forth and talking about me and not breaking me off, I'll be real mad too, baby. I'll be suing somebody. Netflix, break me off. Marty, I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you. Chris Speaks, we spoke about that on Silly Saturday. Nothing, nothing more shocking has come out about the Mia Long and Ime Udoka situation. So there's really nothing to report on. I'm not doing this with you, little baby. Mm-mm. 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 I'm not doing this with y'all. Talk about Lunel on OnlyFans showing her feet, baby. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So this just came across my desk. Report. There's a report that students at Corcoran High School and Henninger High School in Syracuse, New York, received violent threats via text messages. The messages said a shooting would occur at 12:30 p.m. on September 26th and used racist, quote unquote, racist language. According to Lieutenant Matthew Malinowski, a spokesperson for Syracuse Police, the exact language of the text messages were not revealed. Child. Additional threats were made to students at East Syracuse, Manoa High School, and on Sunday, September 25th, which caused the school to implement remote learning the following day. Mm, y'all, y'all look out for y'all kids, cause these people are ready. She says she gets $500 per feet photo. I'm not doing this with y'all. Do I think Rihanna? I mean, she got enough time, Stephanie. What's up, Stephanie? She got enough time to get it ready. But Rihanna ain't really performed since God was a child. When's the last time we saw Rihanna in a performance? I mean, she probably gonna go out there and lip sync down, honey. Here's a fun fact. It's always been told that Whitney Houston sang live when she did the Super Bowl national anthem, but she did not. It was confirmed by the NFL and the organizers of their Super Bowl pregame. It was pre-recorded because how the NFL and the Super Bowl goes, they're not gonna let you fuck up what they got going on. They'll leave nothing to chance. So people always thought that she sang live. She lip synced. It was pre-recorded. And she lip synced. The NFL and the Super Bowl, they ain't leaving nothing to chance. And yeah, I always get surprised when people don't know that, but yeah, she lip synced that national anthem. It was pre-recorded. Now the NBA has had some live performances for their um um NBA All-Star game and stuff like that, or the finals games and stuff like that. But the NFL, the Super Bowl, they don't play them games. But yeah, Rihanna ain't performed since God was a child. So hopefully she get she go out there and get in the gym and get with some trainers. I mean, she's a billionaire. She's a part of the Three Comma Club now. And so when you're a part of the Three Comma Club, you can pay people to get you in shape and pay people to get you right and get you in order. So, child, that Fergie national anthem was a goddamn mess. A goddamn mess. But yeah, she's gonna lip sync down. I mean, if she go out there hit the right moves, she got a lot of hits that people like. A lot of, I mean, we're not looking for Rihanna to come out there and sing the house down, which is why we're not looking. The people who can blow and who can sing, they get them to do the national anthem or God Bless America in pregame. But if they're there for halftime, baby, you're not there. We're not looking for you to be singing the house down. Baby, we're looking for you to perform. We're looking for you to buck the kids down, to dance, to put on a whole, you know, performance. Baby, we ain't looking for you to sing like that. We're not, your vocal ability is not why you're there for halftime. Let's just be clear. And that's going back even, you think about it, go back as far as you could think. I'm going all the way back to the 80s. When you think about Super Bowl halftime show, baby, we're not getting singers up there that's finna blow the house down. Those people that can sing and blow the house down, they sing national anthem, they sing God Bless America and all of that in the pregame. They gonna sing in pregame. Halftime, baby, we just looking for a performance. We need to know that you can perform. You got the stage, the lights, the dances, the entourage, and all of that shit going on. That's what they looking for. I'm just saying. So, I mean, you go up there, you hit a little 1-2 step here, 1-2 step there, because she can't dance. And do all your little hits that people like. I mean, I'm just looking for her to sing. Prince, but I'm not saying Prince can't sing, but I'm not looking for. We go to Prince because of his writing ability and the music and the musicality of what he does and how he put. But Prince, I don't go to Prince and say, "Oh, Prince is gonna be the vocal powerhouse," and I'm going to Prince because he's about to sing me down. I didn't go to Prince for that. I went to Prince because he had great music. He was a musician. Prince played all of the instruments. Prince wrote all of his music. Prince knew how to craft awesome music. I wasn't going to him to be singing the house down. He could sing, but he wasn't like the vocal powerhouse. Beyonce ain't no vocal powerhouse, and I don't care who get mad. Child, I'm just saying. Child. I would hope that she drops a single before it too. But who knows? Hell, we still waiting for Beyonce. Did we not talk about this on Saturday, or was that? I don't think it was on Silly Saturday. I think that was last week. When the fuck is Beyonce gonna put out visuals for that goddamn album she put out? Baby, your vocal skills are not good enough for me to just go buy this album without visuals. You need visuals, but you're not the vocal girl. I don't remember, Lil Baby. If I don't remember Luther Vandross doing the national anthem for the Super Bowl. I don't remember him doing it for the Super Bowl. I'm not saying he didn't. I just don't remember it for the Super Bowl if he did. They weren't having a whole lot of black people singing national anthems back in the day. You know, back in the day, they didn't play them games. And I think what um what people need to understand is we look at things from today's lens, but if you go from the early 90s on back, black people were just not given these opportunities like that. They weren't having black people out there like that. They weren't having black people. If you go from about 93 on back, they weren't having black people doing a whole lot of national performances and did not care and was unapologetic about it. So even Whitney Houston just even being allowed to sing the national anthem, because I think Whitney Houston, when was Diana Ross on in the Super Bowl? Because I remember Diana Ross being in the Super Bowl, but I think it was after Whitney Houston. I want to say I know Michael Jackson was after Whitney. I know Michael Jackson because Michael Jackson. I know Michael Jackson's Super Bowl halftime show was after Whitney Houston. That I know. I think Diana Ross was after um yeah. Child Anthony, I know the Beehive. They always be here looking for me, honey. Wait, Tracy, what happened in 1997? Besides that being one of the greatest years in the history of the planet. Shout out to all my 97 people. Diana came and yeah, she did. But somebody looked that up. What year did Whitney Houston do the national anthem, and what year did Diana? Excuse me. What year did Diana do Super Bowl halftime? Because I think Whitney Houston came first, and then Diana came, and then Michael came. I want to say Michael was like mid 90s. Like I want to say Michael was like 93 or 94. Which I mean 93 would still be kind of early 90s, but I think Michael was like 94. Whitney was 91. Okay. Yeah. 1990. See, Diana Ross was way in 96. And I know Michael Jackson was before then. I want to say Michael Jackson might have been maybe 93, 94, maybe 95. I'm going to put him 95 somewhere. I'm going to say it was like mid 90s for Michael. See what I'm saying? So we're talking about Whitney Houston doing that national anthem in 91. In the Super Bowl, baby, there wasn't a whole lot of opportunities for black people. So even just her being allowed to perform, and there were a couple things in the late 80s, early 90s, pre-Bodyguard. Michael Jackson was 93. Okay. See, Whitney was before both of them. So there were a couple things that happened for Whitney Houston that sent her into stratospheric areas um even before I Will Always Love You. In 1988, when she did One Moment in Time for the 88 Olympics, that gave her a global stage. People knew Whitney Houston in 88 in America, certainly, and she was doing things even in Europe with her albums. But when she did that One Moment in Time, y'all got to go watch Whitney Houston sing that One Moment in Time in 1988 at the Olympics for the Olympics. Baby Mama sang If you ain't never heard Whitney Houston sing "One Moment in Time" live, you are missing out. Um, so Whitney Houston doing that "One Moment in Time" for the 1988 Olympics was the first thing, and then when she did that Super Bowl national anthem, that was the next thing that just sent her into the stratosphere. So at that point, Whitney Houston, even before the "I Will Always Love You" Bodyguard soundtrack, was a global sensation at that point, even before Bodyguard. I mean, she had things that made her a global name. But and the thing about it is, CA Corvette, most of the time when they do tap black people, were I should say, when they prior to about 2004 or 5, when they would tap black people to do um I was not 4 or 5. I would love to say how old I was in 1988. I was 9. But I'm not going to tell y'all how old I was in 1988. Anyway, um, but that goes to my point, CA Corvette. They were not looking for black people musically at that time. When they would always tap black people well after their prime. So Whitney Houston, luckily enough, she had the influence of Clive Davis, and Whitney Houston had already had. Remember, that was one of the problems that black people have with Whitney Houston, because Whitney Houston started off with crossover power. Clive Davis tapped into, no, we're gonna get this black girl in front of a white market and blow the house down, because none of the white singers can sing as good as she could. I mean, at that time, there were only a couple white singers that had chops like that. Taylor Dane was one. That was a white girl that could sing you under the table. You talk about in the mid to late 80s. And then you're talking about, she doesn't get a lot of credit for it, but she absolutely has chops and could sing. Cyndi Lauper had chops and could sing. Ask Patti LaBelle, which is why her and Patti LaBelle would tour a lot, and they would do songs on tour together, because Patti LaBelle respected that. uh, don't do me, Marty. You don't know me all my life. Anyway, Patti LaBelle respected. Lisa Stansfield was another white. It wasn't a whole lot of them, but Clive Davis knew. Um, hey, Diamond Onyx Boom. Clive Davis knew Whitney Houston wasn't gonna have a whole lot of competition, because even with those white girls that had chops, that had voices, they didn't have the voice that Whitney Houston. So if he could give her crossover appeal and get her to make songs that wasn't too black, and songs that white people could gravitate toward, he knew he could capitalize on that, and he did. So because she had these songs that in that time were considered pop, they weren't heavy R&B. They were more pop at that time, which is why black stations had an issue with Whitney Houston back in the late 80s. Um, and so that's why the Super Bowl could tap into Whitney Houston during her prime, because she wasn't just considered R&B. So, but look at Diana Ross. In 1996, Diana Ross was years, hell, decades past her prime at that point. Michael Jackson went in 93. I would venture to say Michael Jackson was already on the decline, because the Black and White album came out, what, 91? I think the Black and White album. So I think that was around the time that double disc album came out for Michael Jackson. What was it, History? But by that time, Michael Jackson was back. Michael Jackson's prime is in the 80s. His prime was in the 80s. So you're talking about mid 80s. You talk about from Thriller, which came out in what, 82, to Bad, which came out, what year Bad came out? 88, 86. Bad came out either 86, 87, or 88, somewhere around there. So that was Michael Jackson's prime. in the 80s. So by the time they got Michael Jackson, the hit, I think that was the History album, he was already on his decline. Jen Diana Ross was well past her prime. Janet Jackson, Janet Jackson was on the decline. Janet Jackson's prime was absolutely the 90s. Even though my favorite album of Janet Jackson was All For You album. That to me, that's her best album. That's my favorite album by Janet Jackson. And but by that point, after the All For You album, it was all downhill from there. Well, Off the Wall, I think he was making his ascension. I think if you're thinking about a mountain, Off the Wall, he was on his way to his peak. You had his peak around Thriller, and then somewhere on the right after Thriller, because Thriller everybody will surmise as Michael Jackson's peak album. Bad was just off. I love Off the Wall. Don't get it twisted. I love Off the Wall. But yeah. And then after Bad, Black or White was okay, but he was on his decline at that point. Hell, he didn't even have a voice at that point. Remember, Michael Jackson spent the most of his youth blowing through his voice. So by the time he got to the late 80s, early 90s, he didn't have a voice anymore. To me, Michael Jackson's best voice was prepubescent Michael Jackson. Let's be clear, Jason. Young prepubescent before his voice changed, Michael Jackson's voice and the singing of young Michael Jackson is arguably one of the greatest voices to touch a microphone. When you listen to some of the things that little boy used to do when he was a little boy, grown ass people right now try to emulate some of the drifts and runs and some of the emotion that he would emote in those songs. My favorite Michael Jackson song is Got to Be There. That is my favorite, and that's from Jackson 5. That's my favorite Michael Jackson song. I can listen to that song on repeat all day long. Listen, let's be clear. Young Michael Jackson, sing down, down, down. Do you hear me? Down. Yeah, he was still a superstar, absolutely. But it's rare for the super. It wasn't until I would venture to say it wasn't until maybe Beyonce, because when they had Beyonce on that first time, Beyonce was still in her prime at that time. I would venture to say Beyonce was still in her prime at that time when Beyonce was, what was that, in New Orleans? Hell, he was getting beaten like a man from Joe before that. Hey, Derek Boo, what's going on, sir? Derek, that's a new avatar. Let me look. Derek, that's a new avatar, sir. I don't remember seeing the avatar. You had a different avatar before. Let me look. Let me keep that up there. Put that on the big screen. See what this is. See what you talking about. Trying to give the kids what they want. Hey, Spicy Original Boo. Yes, Beyonce is on her decline. Yeah, she's, yeah. Not that she can't still hold her own, but she's on her decline. So, yeah. I'm trying to get into this. Wait, where did it go? Oh, there we go. See what Derek giving me today. Oh, hey Derek. Improve the pic. Oh, I see you, Derek. Derek giving y'all faith. Listen, Derek is over here serving the kids. Give it to him, Derek. Give it to him. I don't care about So Jeff. If you watch this replay, So Jeff, I don't care about you or the beehive. Social Jeff is gonna get me. He is. He's absolutely gonna get me. Anyway, what time? Oh, where's Really B? Listen, we about to get up off it. I didn't even know I was already past time. I'm sure Really B is. She may not come on today because I know she has the radio, whether or not you like, whether you like it or not, panel. Tonight at 9:15. Check her out on her. Everybody be there. Be there. I'll be guest appearing. I'll be making a guest appearance on there. Anyway, anything else y'all need me to discuss before I get up off here? I wasn't even supposed to be on here this long. Child, I was not supposed to be on here this long. I said I was just gonna come on and I said I was just gonna come on, talk a little shit, swallow a little spit, and go from there, child. So you'll catch the replay for the video. All right, Derek. You know, we like when you come up in here. Me and the ladies. The ladies like when you come in here, Derek. And the men's is like when you come here. See, we equal opportunity over here, Derek. You can get love from the ladies and you can get love from the men's. Is. You can get whatever you like over here. You can get whatever you like. You can get whatever you like. Or you can get whatever you like. Child, the people are clowning Jimmy Butler and his hair extensions. If the man want to get a weave, let him get a weave. Okay? If the man wants hair extensions, let the man get hair extensions. Girl, this is what. Don't listen, CA Corvette. Here's the thing. I tell a man in the all the time. Wouldn't it be bad if you went in the company of a whole bunch of dudes that were gay or LGBTQ plus and nobody hit on you? Would that not be demeaning to you as an individual if nobody hit on you? Like you, even though you probably don't go that way and you don't want to be hit on, you still want to, for ego's sake, want to know, well, at least I know I'm a good looking man. You know what I'm saying? You at least want somebody to hit on you. Because let's be clear, we don't hit on everybody. We don't like everybody. Contrary to popular belief, men who be fearful that everybody want them. Bitch, we don't want you. We be wanting you to stay over there with the straights. We don't want no parts of you. They got you. You got it over there going on over there. We don't want no parts of you. Child. Ashley has grown on me the past couple of seasons. They have, yes, great, strong cast. Wait, what Ashley? I don't even know who we talking about. I know you're so happy, Roger. Oh, Ashley, you talk about Satana? Y'all know I don't do Satana. I don't do Satana. You know what? I'm not doing this with you, little baby. mm. I remember I took one of my straight friends to a gay club one time. He begged us to go. Cause me and my other friend, we was going, he's like, so y'all, I ain't got nothing to do. Y'all just gonna leave me here? Bitch, we going to the gay club. I can't go with y'all. No, bitch. Bitch, you gonna leave me here by myself? I ain't got no, we like out of town. I ain't got shit to do. Listen, we going to the gay club. It's gonna be a whole lot of carrying on and going on. You sure you wanna go? Yeah, I'm gonna just sit at the bar and chill and have a good time and drink and enjoy myself. They play black music, don't they? Yes, they play black music. Well, I can chill and have a good time there. All right. Don't come to us with the fuck shit when shit goes down. Baby, he went to this club. He did just like he said. Baby, he went to this good bar, sat at the bar. We was over there getting our life, doing what we do. Girl, I walked over there just to check on him, just to see how he was doing. Girl, I looked at him. He was evil, bitch. Evil, bitch. That bitch was evil. He was up and I said, "What is wrong?" Somebody came over here and tried you. You okay? He was like, "Man, we've been here a couple of hours. Ain't not one person hit on me, tried to buy me a drink, asked me how I'm doing or nothing. They act like I ain't even here." Well, bitch, and I was like, "Well, bitch, ain't that what you want?" Nah, what the fuck y'all trying to say? I ain't good enough for y'all or some shit. His whole ego was blown. And he's not an ugly guy. He's not ugly. I ain't, my crew ain't ugly. We ain't got no ugly crew. And the people in the crew. Child. He was so devastated. He was so devastated. I neglected to tell him that I did. One of my friends that was at the club that didn't come with us was like, "Who is that dude?" And I was like, "He's straight. Don't go over there and bother him." No, because they were like, "Oh, he cute. Who is that dude?" Don't bother him. He's straight. And so they were like, "Oh, okay, I won't bother him." But I don't know. Somebody else gonna bother him. Baby, he was too through. Baby, he was outdone. So the next time we went out and we was going, "Do you want to go?" Nah, cause I ain't gonna have y'all fuck with me no more. Nah, cause y'all had a nigga fucked up. Y'all had me pissed off. Y'all act like a nigga ugly or something. I ain't know. I look good. I put on my outfit and shit. I had on something good. He was real upset, y'all. He was really his feeling. I had on a good cologne and shit. And so I looked at him, bitch, you was trying to pick up somebody? No, but I at least want to look good when I go out. Because I don't know, I might turn one of the lesbians out. But then I was like, but it really wasn't going to be no lesbians. They're not really. It's just men. But still, child. Baby, he was up and said, child was like, mm, mm, child, child. Would you say crushed souls taste like Kool-Aid? Oh, you say that one person I told spread the word, child. Baby, he was up and said, "Do you look good? Are you a sore for sight eye?" I sore for sight eyes. Oh, hmm, child, child, girl, child. Anyway, anything else going on in the news y'all would like me to pontificate and ruminate on before we get up off here? Anything? Just asking. Baby, he was upset, y'all. Upset, honey. I understand if I don't get a drink at the gay bar, I feel, oh, what, child? Child. Diddy hit with wrongful termination lawsuit by woman who falsely claimed to be Kim Porter's niece, said she was fired for being pregnant and unmarried. Wait, what? I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. I promise you, I don't want to know. Jamie Foxx says everybody doesn't need a podcast. That's true. That's very true. We did talk. We talked about P Valley, Derek. We did. We talked about it. Everybody don't need to have nude pics either. That includes you, Jamie Foxx, because your meat ain't big enough for you to have peen pics spread across America. Baby, Jamie Foxx, you and your 6.5 inches. Baby doll. Doll baby. Jamie Foxx, you talk about everybody don't need a podcast. Everybody don't need peen pics spread across America. I'm just saying. So when you get your peen pics scrubbed off the internet, we'll start to get people scrubbed off of podcasts who don't need to be on there. Just saying. What shows am I reviewing? I'm not doing Queen Sugar. That's not gonna happen. It's unwatchable. I am doing Potomac when it comes back. I do plan to do Potomac when it comes back. You know what, Marty? I haven't. I don't know. I purposely stayed out of trying to even get information on the Tasha K and Larry Reed. I don't even care. Listen, Tasha K and what she got going on is of no consequence to me. I don't even try to stay updated on what's going on. Larry Reed, I don't. I know who he is. I don't follow Larry Reed. Larry Reed tries to have breaking news on all things um, gospel gossip. That's what we'll call it, gospel gossip. In that he does all of the church gossip. He claims that he's delivered and not gay no more. And I'm not here for watching people who can't sit and stand in their truth. Because you, Larry Reed, telling me you ain't gay and you like the cooch, child, child, child. And but my thing is Larry Reed put stuff out there and it's very messy. But Larry Reed doesn't want to get met with the same energy. Even though I don't like Lamar Whitehead and stuff like that, I think he's a train wreck, and I think he's, a fucking train wreck. Larry, I remember I did watch that live that Larry Reed had with that lady, the girl that he had on there, and they were talking about the Lamar Whitehead man. The Lamar Whitehead man came over there and went in and let have, and people got mad at Lamar Whitehead. Now I wasn't mad at Lamar Whitehead with that one because Larry Reed and that girl was over there clowning him and joking on him, and so he had every right to meet them and say, "Oh, you want to clown me? Well, let's go, bitch." And he drug that girl. He drug her, and people was mad at him because, oh, you ain't have to do her like that. But she was on there with Larry Reed. Her and Larry Reed was clowning that man, and he came on there and drugged them. I wasn't mad at him. Now, Lamar Whitehead, Bishop Lamar Whitehead ain't shit, but I wasn't mad at him in that account because you coming over there talk about this man, y'all laughing, kiki, ha ha, da 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 da. And he came on there and drug y'all with reckless abandon. And now y'all want to sit up there and be mad at him. And people was on social media. You weren't supposed to talk about her. You want to say that you can't tell nobody how to fight. If you slap me and I reach around, grab my shovel and bush you across the head with my shovel, and you say, but I only slapped you. Well, you can't control how I respond to your slap. Wait, Tasha K is 39. No, Tasha K ain't 39. That woman, she's about 46. I think she's 46. I think she's 46. I want to say Tasha K. I think she's 46. I think. Somebody look that up. I think somebody look that up. I think she's 46. I don't think she's 39. I think she's 46. I'm gonna give her 46. Wait, she's 39? Oh wow. Oh wow. That's unfortunate. Oh, y'all need to stop this. Oh, y'all need to stop. This is why people are not nice to me. So here's some news. We were just talking about Rihanna. Big Nose Backstrom is in her. Wait, Backstrom. I'm not doing this with y'all. No. Mm-mm. Mm. Mm-mm. Not 53. I wasn't gonna give her 53. At least I gave her 46. Shit. Right, CA Corbett. I'm thinking mama is like 46, 39. According to the Jasmine brand, Rihanna is vetting um, a list of at least 50 artists to possibly perform with her at the Super Bowl, as she's still considering a solo show. I don't care. I know I'm late, but did you address Brett Favre stealing from the poorest state in the nation? Here's what we have to say about Brett Favre. He stole from people. That's what white people do all of the time. They steal from people. White people have been stealing from others since they descended from the Caucasus Mountains. Nothing that white people have they ever earned, has ever been theirs, except for the Caucasus Mountains. And they don't want no parts of the goddamn Caucasus Mountains, which is why they descended from the top of them and left there. Brett Favre is a part of the plantation and the 21st century slavery that we know as the NFL. So why would we think that he would not be a part of stealing money from black people in the poorest state in the country? Everything that white people have ever done since they descended from the Caucasus Mountains has involved them stealing something from other people. Here's an uncomfortable truth that includes Jewish people. Why? Because they ain't have no land of their own. So they left captivity in Egypt and went and then started killing and slaughtering whole nations and stealing their land and property. It did not belong to them. Hell, the reason the Palestinians fight against the Jews right now is because Israel, the country, was stolen from the Palestinians. Let's just be clear. These people, the United States and its allies just went over there and said, "Oh, we just gonna carve out this part of y'all country and give it to somebody else just because we owe them so for the Holocaust. So we just gonna give them this, and y'all just gonna have to take it and be happy about it." Wait, what? Oh yeah, Brett Favre has always been a Trump supporter. Brett Favre is a part of the fabric that of everything that is this country, which is racist, bigoted, and as in the immortal words of Hillary Clinton, a box of deplorables. Every organized religion that was created by white people stole their religion and all of their religious stories from more historic religions. The things that you hear in the Bible are all the stories in the Bible are all predated by the stories from the Horn of Africa, from the religions out of the Horn of Africa, from religion first, then from the Egyptian religions and tradition, also the southeastern and people often forget about the southeastern region of the world where they already had established civilizations and religions, and all of the Jewish tradition stole from those religions. So did Catholicism and so forth. Let's just be clear: everything, um, and even Islam. So from there, the most ancient of the religions all of the stories that you hear that comes out of the big three: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. All of those three religions stole from more ancient religions that already had established customs and stories in their religion. They stole from them. But y'all don't want to hear me. You think Jesus Christ was the first one who died and was resurrected? Go check out some older religions. Seems like this drink is extra good today. But y'all don't want to hear me. Y'all don't want to get me started. Y'all got me started down this road, down this rabbit hole, and y'all know I can go down this rabbit hole and drag some people. Drag some people. Well, Crispies, if you really study history, the original Jewish people came out of the Horn of Africa and they learned from the Kemet. I'm not going to do this. No, we're not going down. No, L Teddy. Mm. Which is why the advancement of the Jewish people happened because of Moses, and it conveniently happened after Moses was not only raised and trained and groomed by Ethiopians, but was sent by the Ethiopian Empire to go and defeat not the Ethiopian. He was trained by the Egyptians, excuse me. He was raised and trained by the Egyptians and then sent by the Egyptians to go battle the Ethiopians and learn. And while he was down there with the Ethiopians, he learned from the Ethiopians and so forth. And then when he escaped and left Egypt, he then went south again, back down to toward the Horn of Africa. And he then got with the Midianites, and that's how he found his wife, who was black and African. But y'all don't want to hear me. So it's not a coincidence that almost everything, I won't say everything, but 90% of the Jewish tradition stems from Moses and what he developed. And it's not coincident that all of that happens after he left Ethiopia from defeating Ethiopia for the Egyptians who trained them. And you think it's by coincidence that all of the stories and traditions of Judaism comes from there? When, but they don't want me to talk about that. They don't want me to talk about the Krispies. They don't want me to do this. They don't want me to do this. Listen, listen. This is why, and those people who built with me from way back in 2019, y'all are seeing me get my live shut down mid live. YouTube has shut me down in mid live, because y'all know when I get on a tangent and I start going, it's no stopping me. And baby, you finna get all this smoke. I'm just saying. I'm not doing this with you. No, I didn't tell you any of that, Tracy. I didn't tell you any of that, Tracy. Any of that. None of it. Why would I ever? What? Tracy, I'm not doing this with you. Why would I ever want that? Why? In the immortal words of Michael Jackson, if they say why, why? We learned that from Michael Jackson. If they say why, why? Ooh, y'all are silly. Y'all are silly. If they say why, why? Tell them that is human nature. Anyway, I've been supposed to get off here. I'm about to get up off here and go rest my nerves and get myself prepared for this live I got to do tonight on the whether or not you like it, whether you like it or not panel. I've been on here an hour and a half, so I'm about to get on up off here. Listen, y'all, put some shout-outs in the chat. We about to get up off here. Listen, we've had a great time today as always. I didn't even have nothing to talk about, but we filled an hour and a half of talking about nothing. Anyway, shout-outs across the building, shout-outs in the chat. Love y'all. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They're much obliged and much appreciated. Y'all know we'll be here at we'll be on Really Beach channel tonight at 9:15 Eastern, 8:15 Central, 7:15 p.m. Mountain, and 6:15 p.m. Pacific. All other time zone across the globe, check the Googles. I, Tracy, I don't need no screenshots. No, ma'am. No, I don't need none. No, God. I need nothing. I'm about to get up off here. Go get me something to eat and rest. And I'll see y'all tonight at 9:15. Until then, that's all I got for y'all. We'll be over on Really Beach channel at 9:15. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We are out of here.